the art of giving credit, both to others and to yourself. I don't think this is taught or even talked about very much, which is a crime. So I'd like to talk about it and teach you all about it today. Let's get to it. Okay, so first of all, what's credit? What do I mean? So people that do things that promote the winning process. If you get your team closer to winning or get the other team closer to losing, I guess, you have to acknowledge those steps in the right direction for you or the wrong direction for them in the form of giving credit or getting credit. So it's, hey, you know that thing that helped? That was you. Somebody just gave you credit. So I'm not talking about credit cards, okay? I'm talking about getting props or giving them for doing things well. Okay, so some contrary stuff here. When we're talking about giving credit to others, or giving credit to others, you know what? Leaders do it. Leaders, they look for it. Leaders find credit to give. Leaders do all kinds of things that followers don't. So let's be clear. If somebody's giving credit at any time, at that moment, they're at least pretty darn close to being a leader. Because as I've said many times before, you may not all think you're leaders, but we are all called upon to lead in our own time, in our own way. So just giving credit is a form of leadership if it is genuine and authentic. Leaders find a way to do it. Followers, it doesn't occur to them. They're not willing. I don't know. I just know this is the difference between these two people. Another difference, when giving credit to others, leaders see the things to give credit for. They are looking intentionally for ways to be able to tell their team or their teammates or their friends or whatever it is that they're doing well, that they're making progress, that they're contributing in valuable ways. Whereas followers, people that aren't helping much, it's all about me for them. So leaders see it's all about me for others. So while leaders are looking away from themselves, they're looking for a way to find things to compliment you about, followers are like, well, did you see what I did? Didn't you see that thing that I did that was great? They've even been known, you may have seen this, you may have been this person, I don't know, where a leader is busy complimenting someone else, giving them credit, and somebody says, oh, I did that. Dude, if you've ever been that guy, shut that down. Stop it. You are sticking out as doing things exactly the wrong way. Let's continue. Let's not dwell on that. All right. Leaders share, while followers, they don't care. So leaders will take credit and share it. So leaders tend to be people that do things right. I gotta tell you, they don't do just one or two things right. They tend to do many things right because they're intelligent people looking to do things right. So let's say they've done some stuff right in the game, the competition you just had. Well, the coach or other players might give them some credit, that leader, and the leader will immediately deflect it. This is sharing. The leader will immediately deflect it and say, well, I couldn't possibly have done that without blank, blank, and blank. And by the way, don't you think that blank did a heck of a job today? I mean, well done, sir. Like, they literally took all that energy and shoved it out to really appreciative teammates. Like, when somebody's about to become cooler and cooler than they already were, and they are so busy sharing that coolness, so busy sharing that credit, the teammates just love it. Whereas people that are just not going to get things right, they don't care about anyone else. They're just hoping the credit comes to them. They're literally doing things to receive the credit. Leaders do stuff because they want to do it right. And when the credit comes, they disseminate it out among all their, well, I gotta tell you, usually adoring fans. A really good leader is beloved by their team. This is one of the ways they do it. They take that credit, bounce it right off them, share it with everybody else. The exact opposite of what normal people do, which is take blame and shift it onto everyone else. So you've seen this verbal judo before. Hey, it's your fault. Whoa, 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 what about him? He screwed it up before I did. That's called blame shifting. Leaders do the exact opposite. Hey, you did that great. Whoa, hey, I mean, thank you. I appreciate it. But really, I couldn't have done it without blank's help. What are you going to do? Are you going to share, or are you not even going to care? Lastly, when when giving credit to others, leaders gel us. So they take the team and make it closer with the credit that they share, that they see, that they go out of their way to compliment other people about. So while leaders gel us, followers are just jealous. Ouch. Zinger. By the way, you like that? Huh? Leaders gel us, followers are just jealous. They're jealous of the leader. They're jealous of all the credit that doesn't come their way. Leaders are just busy using credit and all the other skills they've got to make the team better. Around them, with them, for them, because of them. Leaders are just busy making things right. Leaders gel us, or followers are just jealous. Now, conversely, not talking about giving credit to others anymore. Now we're talking about giving credit to yourself. Now, some people may cringe at this one because you know some people that are way too good at this. So in other words, there's basically two kinds of people in the world, and you could do a million things to this. There's tall people, short people. There's smart people and goofy people. There's pretty people and ugly people. Okay, so this is one of those two kinds of people in the world. The two kinds of people in the world are the people that are way too good at patting themselves on their back and they think they're way better than they are. And then there's the people that are the perfectionists that never see themselves as having done things right unless it was almost literally perfect. They just cannot give themselves any credit at all. And giving yourself credit is arguably more important than the skill of giving it out to others. I'm not going to make a judgment call on that one. I'm saying it's incredibly important. This one's obvious. You're an idiot here. You're really cool here. Leader, dork. Obvious, giving it to others. Giving it to yourself, some people have learned they don't want to because they've seen some other people do it too publicly. So the first rule of giving credit to yourself is that it is always in private. This is number one for you getting past the icky feeling you've gotten from some people that are way too out in the open about how good they are. Give yourself credit in private. Now, after you've started giving yourself credit in private and you've gotten okay with the idea, you got to be willing to say basically the things that you hated other people saying about themselves to yourself about yourself. So when you hated it when that guy was like, man, I'm so good at this. And you're like, shut up. I literally want you to do that to yourself, for yourself, with only yourself. I have known so many people that are so good at so many things. And here's the thing. They all think they're good. Not one champion, not one amazing anything I've ever met thought to themselves in the back of the recesses of their mind, man, I'm not very good at this. They all know they're good. They just don't say it, so they look and act and sound like a jerk. They're always thinking it. So when you do something good, oh my gosh, scream it in your head. Because you got to acknowledge progress. You can't, the only time you pat yourself on the back can't be when things are amazing. Okay, perfectionist guy, I'm talking to you, person that's so hard on themselves. Stop it. Stop it. You have to be able to say, that was pretty good, before perfection happens. Acknowledge small pieces of progress in the right direction. Remember, we're here every day to improve. Improvement, except in the very beginning, hardly ever comes in leaps and bounds. It comes after long periods of trying hard, and then boop, you get just a little bit of rise, and then boop, just a little bit of rise. That is the nature of improvement. You can't be looking for this huge gains because they're so hard to find after you learn just a little bit. The beginning, I know it's always awesome. Everything you've ever started, if you learned it all, it was like, whoa, I'm amazingly better than yesterday. After a while, after you've done things for about a year or two, it's hard to get those big gains. Gains will come slower and less frequently, and that's okay. That's why you have to acknowledge progress, perfectionist guy. Any progress, you gotta say, I was pretty good, or dang, I'm good, or well, I'm a superhero. always inside your head. Lastly, when giving credit to yourself, you got to notice what you notice. Now that may sound weird, but let me explain. When you notice what you notice, this is after the easy gains of starting learning something. This is when you've been doing it a while. And when you get those little boop, those little rise, boop, I'm a little bit better, boop, I'm a little bit better. When you get those, you have to notice. You can't just accidentally get better and not take note, pat yourself on the back, and remember to use that new concept later in practice or competition or whatever it is. So you have to notice when you've noticed something new. Acknowledge that that is progress, pat yourself on the back, and always do it in your head or your journal. Journal's a great place for it, but you never do it out loud because then you're the jerk that you've seen and you despise. Don't be that guy. Okay, now, lastly, it's not really about your teammates. It's not really about yourself. This is more like just some general stuff you can do when giving credit. Chase down all the contacts. In volleyball, there are 3 contacts that happen most of the time. A dig or a pass, some kind of a set, and then some kind of an attack. It doesn't have to be a crushed ball, and that set didn't have to be a hand set. Could have been this. The point is, if you're the guy that got the hit, everybody goes, hey, way to go, Sally, Joe, Fred, Bambi, whatever your name is. You could go, yeah, that's right, come on over, give it to me, and then take all the credit for yourself. Or you could share and gel the team by saying, hey, how about that set from blank? And then, hey, I saw that pass. Doesn't happen without you, man. Uh-huh. And then you go back and serve. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be this guy right here that's in all for themselves? Or do you want to be the person that makes the team better? And then inside your head, backs it all up and says, that's what I thought. I thought I was getting better. I thought I was good at this. I'm going to go do it again. So, chase down all the contacts. If you're the center, chase down the pass. While you're telling the hitter they're cool. All the contacts. Remember, so sometimes you don't bump, set, kill. Sometimes the rally goes on a while. Remember noteworthy things. So if somebody made a good dig, just kind of mentally go, I'm going to get back to them. And go back and just go, hey, that rally, that long one we just had, that doesn't happen unless you dug that ball. Thank you very much, Chelsea. Thank you very much, Bob, whoever it is. Remember to go back and give credit if you can. Also, do that for yourself. In the middle of a long rally, notice you did something good. Notice you noticed something new. Remember it, and then when you have time between plays, go, dang, I'm good. Next up, public versus private. When you're giving credit to others, both can be effective. Both publicly going, dang, dude, you're amazing, so that everybody can hear it. Or you can pull somebody aside, especially if you're a leader or older, and you can just kind of talk to them over on the sideline and tell them, I saw you do that. I see how hard you're trying. It is all going to come through for us when it matters someday, and I'm going to be right there to thank you. Keep working that hard, man. High five. Poof, go. Don't talk down to them, but you can privately do awesome things for somebody's confidence, and you can obviously also do them publicly. Take your choice, gauge the situation, and go. Pick one, public or private. A little too loud. This is one of my favorites. If you would like to tell another team how you're going to beat them, but not get carded for unsportsmanlike conduct, just be a little too loud when you give credit to your teammates. Oh my gosh, did you see how good she is? She's amazing! Don't quite look at the other team, but do let them know just how good your teammate is, and just how excited you are, and just how certain you are that you must win, because you and your teammates are just amazing. But never directly address them. You don't want to be unsportsmanlike, and it is being a jerk kind of if you turn around and tell them that. And you don't want to make them mad. You just want them to hear it and go, oh, and lose a little bit of hope, lose a little bit of oomph, give you a little too much credit. That's right, you can draw credit out of the other team. This can be done by just being a little too loud in how you're spreading the credit around on your side. And lastly, across the net, I kid you not, I can't tell you how many friends I've made in my years in volleyball by getting a ball crushed on me, coming down from my block, or getting beat on the dig, walking straight up to the net, putting my hand under and saying, that was a hell of a hit. High five, handshake, whatever it is. People look at you like you're crazy, but you are busy being not normal. You just gave credit across the net to somebody you don't play with. That makes you very different. And I'm telling you, it is almost always well received. If somebody doesn't like it, don't give them credit again. Try one of their teammates. They may think they're a jerk too. Now you've made an ally. So giving credit is a lost art. It is super, super effective and is super, super valuable. Look at this list. Look at the ways that you can give credit to people that you play with. You can give credit to yourself. And there's all these other kind of in-between things that you can do over here. Go try one in your next practice and or your next competition and see how well it works for you. Good luck.